Love the Ravens as much as we do? Then smash that subscribe button and stay locked in with Flock News for all the drama, updates, and excitement all season long. The locker room of the Baltimore Ravens has reportedly been boiling over in recent days, with whispers and murmurs spreading like wildfire among the players and staff. Sources close to the team claim that Lamar Jackson, the star quarterback whose name has been synonymous with explosive plays and electrifying comebacks, allegedly confronted head coach John Harbaugh after a recent game in which Jackson felt he was pushed into action while still nursing an injury. According to the rumors, Jackson accused Harbaugh, a veteran coach known for his intense dedication and previous tenure as a defensive backs coach and special teams coordinator with the Philadelphia Eagles, of forcing him onto the field despite clear signs that he was not at full strength. The story has created a wave of speculation not only within the Ravens organization but across the entire NFL, as fans and analysts try to piece together what might have actually happened behind the closed doors of the locker room. Insiders suggest that tensions have been simmering for weeks, and this incident may have been the tipping point, reigniting old debates about player safety, coaching pressure, and the balance between winning games and protecting athletes' long-term health. While neither Jackson nor Harbaugh has publicly commented in detail, the chatter is impossible to ignore. The rumor mill suggests that the team's dynamic could be undergoing a subtle but noticeable shift, with locker room alliances and unspoken frustrations coming to the forefront as the season continues. Some believe this could affect morale, while others argue that it's part of the high-stakes environment of professional football, where emotions and competitive drive often collide in unpredictable ways. The alleged confrontation between Lamar Jackson and John Harbaugh, according to insiders, is not an isolated incident, but rather part of a broader narrative that has been quietly developing behind the scenes of the Ravens' recent performances. Players and staff have reportedly noticed moments of friction during practice sessions, subtle exchanges of tension that might have seemed trivial at first, but are now being reevaluated in light of the rumored push for Jackson to play while injured. Harbaugh's reputation as a tough, sometimes uncompromising coach is well documented, stretching back to his 9-year tenure with the Philadelphia Eagles, where he honed his approach to defensive backs and special teams, emphasizing discipline and strategic rigor. The whispers suggest that Jackson, known for his mobility and high-risk style of play, felt caught between his desire to compete and protect his own body, leading to a clash of priorities that the coaching staff allegedly underestimated. The locker room atmosphere, according to these sources, has been described as tense and charged, with teammates reportedly walking a fine line between support for Jackson and loyalty to the coaching hierarchy. While the public has only glimpsed the surface of this story through scattered comments and cryptic social media posts, the insiders claim that the internal conversation is far more intense, with debates about player safety, team strategy, and leadership style dominating informal discussions. Analysts suggest that the alleged push could have long-term implications for team dynamics, potentially reshaping trust between key players and their coaching staff, while also influencing how fans perceive the Ravens' internal culture. The speculation around this incident has already sparked a flurry of commentary from sports journalists, podcasters, and former players, all weighing in on whether such a confrontation, if true, reflects a larger systemic issue or a singular moment of tension. Rumors indicate that Lamar Jackson's alleged frustration with John Harbaugh might stem from more than just one game or injury, but rather a culmination of pressure points built over several weeks of grueling practice and high-stakes matchups. Insiders report that Jackson, despite being a resilient athlete known for his quick decision-making and agility on the field, has been vocal among teammates about the need for clear communication and respect for his physical limits. Harbaugh, with his decades of NFL experience and a coaching philosophy deeply rooted in discipline, is rumored to have pushed the quarterback harder than usual, possibly underestimating the personal toll on Jackson's body. According to these accounts, the locker room has become a silent battleground of opinions, with some players allegedly siding with Jackson's viewpoint and others remaining loyal to Harbaugh's long-standing leadership. Sports commentators suggest that such a divide, if true, could have ripple effects on team cohesion, game strategy, and even public perception, as fans and media speculate about whether the Ravens can reconcile the alleged tension before it impacts their season performance. The story has fueled intense discussion across NFL circles, with questions raised about the ethical responsibilities of coaching staff when balancing player safety and the demands of competition. Rumors claim that internal meetings, some reportedly heated, have been held to address these tensions, though details remain closely guarded. Observers argue that even the hint of discord between a franchise quarterback and a veteran coach can have outsized consequences, potentially influencing everything from contract negotiations to locker room culture. While Harbaugh's reputation as a leader is formidable, sources suggest that the alleged incident has challenged the perceived harmony within the Ravens' ranks. Social media and fan forums have exploded with speculation, as supporters debate whether Jackson's claims, if accurate, reflect a necessary pushback against traditional coaching methods or simply an overblown narrative of a routine locker room disagreement. The narrative swirling around Lamar Jackson and John Harbaugh allegedly extends beyond the field, with insiders claiming that it has reached a point where team meetings and practice sessions carry an undercurrent of tension that is difficult to conceal. According to these rumors, Jackson's teammates are reportedly navigating a delicate balance, choosing words carefully while trying to maintain morale and focus during preparation for upcoming matchups. Harbaugh, on the other hand, is described as maintaining his disciplined approach but is allegedly more cautious in interactions, aware that the locker room dynamics may be shifting. Analysts suggest that the purported confrontation has intensified scrutiny on Harbaugh's leadership style, with discussions emerging about whether his method of pushing players could inadvertently create resentment or reduce trust. The speculation surrounding the incident also raises questions about the role of coaching veterans like Harbaugh in managing high-profile players who are both highly skilled and highly visible. Fans are reportedly dissecting every comment, tweet, and media appearance for clues, while sports journalists attempt to piece together the timeline of the alleged confrontation from scattered reports. Rumors claim that Jackson's physical condition was a point of contention, with the quarterback allegedly feeling that his readiness to play was being assessed in ways that neglected his long-term health. This tension, sources insist, has created an environment where off-field interactions are as newsworthy as game day performances, leading to speculation about potential shifts in starting lineups or strategic priorities. While the team's official channels remain tight-lipped, insiders maintain that the locker room drama is far from resolved, hinting at potential repercussions that could unfold over the coming weeks. Social media chatter is buzzing, and rumors continue to gain traction, feeding a narrative of suspense, drama, and high-stakes confrontation that may redefine the Ravens' season trajectory. Insiders suggest that the alleged friction between Lamar Jackson and John Harbaugh could also be linked to broader strategic debates within the Ravens organization, with some players reportedly questioning whether the balance between winning games and protecting player welfare is being properly managed. The whispers suggest that Jackson, whose agility and improvisational skills make him a unique asset, has expressed concerns that his health was being compromised for short-term gains. Harbaugh, with his extensive NFL background and history as a defensive backs and special teams coach with the Philadelphia Eagles, is rumored to have a more traditional approach, valuing toughness and perseverance, sometimes at the cost of individual caution. Reports claim that this philosophical clash has spilled over into informal conversations among players, creating factions and subtle disagreements that fuel speculation outside the organization. Sports commentators speculate that if these rumors hold any truth, the incident may prompt discussions about coaching accountability, player rights, and communication strategies in high-pressure professional environments. Analysts argue that such incidents, whether exaggerated or factual, have the potential to influence not only the morale of the current roster, but also recruitment, retention, and the long-term culture of the franchise. Social media users are dissecting the rumored episode with relentless curiosity, debating whether Jackson's alleged accusations reflect genuine concern or a narrative amplified by fans and media. The story has reportedly become a staple topic in team meetings, strategy sessions, and locker room chatter, suggesting that the alleged confrontation is far from a minor footnote. According to sources, the combination of physical strain, emotional intensity, and professional expectations is creating a perfect storm for speculation, with no clear resolution in sight. The Ravens' locker room saga, centered around Lamar Jackson and John Harbaugh, has reportedly spilled into wider NFL conversations, with other teams' coaches, players, and analysts weighing in on the potential implications. Insiders claim that league observers are monitoring the situation closely, assessing whether the alleged incident signals a systemic issue regarding how star quarterbacks are managed, particularly when injuries and player welfare come into play. HARBAUGH, who rose to prominence through his work with the Philadelphia Eagles, is reputed for his meticulous preparation and high expectations, but the rumor mill now paints him in a controversial light, suggesting that his methods may sometimes clash with the modern understanding of player health priorities. Jackson, meanwhile, is seen as a symbol of resilience and agility, and the allegations that he was allegedly pressured onto the field while not fully fit has amplified discussions about ethical coaching practices and the fine line between determination and risk. Analysts speculate that the alleged confrontation could also impact the Ravens' public image, as fans weigh in on social media, forums, and sports shows, questioning the balance between winning, loyalty, and athlete protection. The narrative is further fueled by unnamed sources who insist that the internal dialogue is ongoing, with subtle power dynamics, shifting allegiances, and unspoken frustrations adding layers to the story. Observers argue that even if the confrontation is exaggerated, it reflects the intense pressures of professional football, where decisions are scrutinized and reputations are constantly on the line. The incident has sparked a larger conversation about leadership, accountability, and the complexities of managing elite talent under extreme circumstances. Rumors indicate that the Ravens organization may need to address these issues head-on to prevent long-term fractures within the team, with potential consequences extending far beyond the immediate season. Before we dive in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Your support keeps us bringing you the latest news on the Baltimore Ravens. And hey, drop your take in the comments below. We want to hear from the flock. Speculation around Lamar Jackson and John Harbaugh has reportedly intensified, as insiders claim that the alleged locker room tension may have broader implications for the Ravens' organizational culture. Sources suggest that the quarterback, known for his daring plays and improvisational talent, has allegedly voiced frustrations not only about physical strain, but also about communication breakdowns with coaching staff, creating an undercurrent of unease among teammates. Harbaugh, with decades of NFL experience including his time with the Philadelphia Eagles, is rumored to be recalibrating his approach, balancing the drive to win with the necessity of maintaining trust and morale. According to whispers circulating in NFL circles, the alleged incident has sparked debates among the Ravens' leadership about how to handle elite athletes who are simultaneously stars, high-risk players, and public figures with enormous influence. Social media chatter reportedly mirrors the locker room dynamic, with fans dissecting every hint of tension, creating a feedback loop that intensifies scrutiny on both Jackson and Harbaugh. Analysts suggest that even subtle gestures, comments, or scheduling decisions could be interpreted as signs of factionalism or disagreement, feeding the rumor mill further. While the organization maintains official silence, insiders claim that the alleged situation has already prompted informal meetings, private conversations, and reassessments of strategy, hinting that the narrative may evolve dramatically over the coming weeks. The potential ripple effects include altered play calling, shifts in leadership roles within the team, and changing dynamics in the locker room that could affect performance, cohesion, and long-term culture, with the entire NFL watching closely. The rumored confrontation allegedly between Lamar Jackson and John Harbaugh reportedly shines a spotlight on the complex intersection of talent, leadership, and player safety, with insiders claiming that the situation has stirred conversations that go far beyond a single game. Jackson, who has consistently demonstrated explosive mobility and leadership on the field, is said to have confronted the coaching staff over concerns that the push to play despite injury could compromise his health and longevity in the league. Harbaugh, respected for his meticulous preparation and strategic insight from his time with the Eagles, is rumored to have a traditional mindset, emphasizing toughness, resilience, and adherence to team needs, potentially clashing with Jackson's perspective on risk management and personal care. According to sources, this alleged friction has created subtle divisions in the locker room, with teammates reportedly walking a fine line between supporting Jackson's concerns and remaining loyal to the coach's authority. Sports analysts speculate that if these whispers are accurate, the incident could trigger deeper discussions about communication protocols, ethical responsibility, and the balance between competitive drive and athlete welfare. Fans, analysts, and commentators are reportedly monitoring every move, social media post, and cryptic remark, trying to interpret underlying dynamics and predict how this internal drama might influence upcoming games, team morale, and broader public perception. The speculation has already fueled debates about leadership styles in high-pressure professional sports environments, raising questions about whether traditional methods remain effective when managing elite talent under intense scrutiny. According to insiders, the alleged tensions could also influence negotiations, endorsements, and media portrayals, signaling that this story might have ramifications extending far beyond the Ravens stadium walls. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay in the loop with exclusive news on our Baltimore Ravens, make sure to subscribe and hit that like button. We'd love to hear what the flock thinks. Drop your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next one.